Hey folks, welcome back to another Paul Massive video, and I know I haven't been doing these, but I feel like I'm probably at the point where I could, or at least close to the point at uploading regularly again. So that's nice maybe. But anyways, so yeah, let's talk about this Elaine Eevee, which is dropping, I think, this reset, right? I'm not sure if I could stream polls when that happens, though. Good chance it'll probably have to be the next morning, but we'll see it, right? But yeah, anyways, this unit's a fun one. It really does remind you a bit of the ball guy, right? The variety ball guy Among Us. Just kind of have those kind of qualities, right? Because if you look at the unit at a glance, like, oh, this thing, like, it doesn't do much, right? So, yeah, anyways, let's just a quick, overview of the unit first, right? So, in terms of some of the upsides of this unit, right, it's a great tank. A lot of really great things in terms of tanking for this unit. So, not only do you have, like, the base stats over here, right? These are good defensive base stats, right? Yeah, even the HP is really good, which you don't see that often for a lot of tanks. Yeah, protect, obviously. Protects, just damage guard. That's always nice to have. You have a lot of healing, right? There's sterner stuff too, and brain brawn too. So depending on what stage you're fighting, right? You could pick one of those. Same thing for these, offensive debuffs, right? That could also help depending on, again, just whichever one. I think the upper half is more physical, and then the bottom half is like special. You also have status immunity, which is always nice, right? You have this guaranteed extra healing on your trainer move when you use it. Yeah, you got safety net as well. You got defense, special defense buffs. Just a lot of like tanking stuff, right? A lot of tanking stuff, and then yeah. Again, like mentioned, the AoE healing stuff, right? You have synchro healing over here on your trainer move. It heals your team for 10% of the HP when you use it. So there's that. There's also team hidden heal on your trainer move as well. So yeah, a lot of just team like AoE healing. And speaking of, like, the big thing with this unit is the kit in terms of how it could get like infinite quick moves and TM uses, right? Because it has only one quick move, which is a quick attack over here, right? And obviously, being a quick move, you only have like 3 uses of it. But the trainer move makes it so that every time when you use a trainer move, you get 1 MP back for your quick move, and the passive where the quick move restores trainer move MP, right? So every time you use a quick move, you get 1 MP back for your trainer move. So you have this cycle of you go in, you trainer move, then you quick move. Quick move gives you trainer move MP back, right? Because it's only 1 out of 1 MP. And then you use your trainer move, it gives your quick move MP back. So you just infinite amounts of quick move and trainer move use, right? And since you do have infinite like quick move and trainer move use, you basically, this unit, unless you're trying to use like a protect or you're trying to like AoE debuff the opponent with like swift or whatever, right? Like most time you should be using 0 gauges with this unit, which is nice because the base speed isn't that good, right? So that part is really good, and also the fact that you get infinite uses of your trainer move over here, right? You get infinite, well, every other turn basically you heal your team for at least 10%, right, of the maximum HP, and you also get physical and special move up next for your team too, right? It does say physical move up next or special move up next. So I'm guessing it's just like 50-50 between those two, and yeah. So that's definitely really nice. It would have been better if it was both, but it is what it is. And then on top of that, there's also a lot of other things that you can add onto that trainer move from the grid, right? So yeah, anyways, so yeah, you have max team crit, defense, special defense, attack, and special attack buffs. That's in terms of what I mentioned over here. So you have barricade buddies 2, shielded 2 on your trainer move. You have this attack and special attack up, right, guaranteed on your trainer move as well, right? So yeah, I mean, this will take a while, but like theoretically you can max out your offenses for your team, right, from 0 to 6. But yeah, crit is just easy. Just the first time you use it, boom, that's +3 already. And then these two, it's +2 per use, so it'll take a bit longer, but you know, you can, again, theoretically just max that out, right? So that's again just really nice to have, and yeah, because you get to use it every other turn, so that's just it's good, right? And then you also have these offensive debuffs. We talked about that before. Sapphire Snicker, Overwhelm 9. It could be AOE if you use Swift, although I'd say most times you just be going between Quick Attack and your trainer move. And then yeah, you also have Trap, Flinch, and Confusion, right, which is in your passive. So basically, every single time you attack the opponent, you have a guaranteed chance of leaving them flinched, trapped, or confused. It's kind of like a mini Singsu Lyra. Singsu Lyra is like all three. This one's one of these three, right, randomly. So yeah, and then there's also another one at 5 out of 5 if you just I don't know, just want to try to get like two rolls of it, right? Because I'd say most of the time you're trying to go for that flinch, right? All of the other two aren't that bad either. But you know, if you just want an extra roll, you can pick that up, I guess, if you want. I think that's 4 out of 5, right? Yeah, 4 out of 5. So yeah, also you do have this extra physical move up next, +2 after you use your sync, which is something, I guess, right? So which is odd because it's only physical but not special, even though this is a unit that does both, right? So anyways, yeah, that's some of the upsides. So in terms of some of the downsides, the base speed is not good, but again, it should be still a overall positive for your team's gauges, just because if you just switch between Quick Attack and Trainer Move, you just don't use any gauges, so that's always nice, right? And then the offensive buffs are pretty slow, unfortunately, but again, you know, you're generally just a top off units, right? So it shouldn't be that big of a deal. And then the EX roll is kind of bad. It's a support, right? It got tech EX roll, which, I mean, for the base stats, sure, but like, who's really using a roll cake just for like base stats? Because, you know, being a normal unit with really bad damage, like DX tech doesn't do anything. So yeah, that still kind of sucks. Yeah. As for the sync grid and lucky skill, all that stuff, right? I mean, it's pretty. You don't have like too much in terms of lucky skill option. I mean, you could always go for vigilance, right? Which is nice. Not getting crit is a decent thing, right? But otherwise, I feel like it doesn't really need any of the other stuff. Like, again, I don't really feel like it needs the gauge stuff, for one. Doesn't need stuff like healthy healing. It has status immunity, right? Like, if you really want interference immunity, I guess, or like a head start adrenaline, but otherwise, it's generally vigilance should be fine. Grid wise, right, starting at 2 out of 5 over here. 2 out of 5, there isn't like a ton. I'd say like most of the grid is pretty much at 3 out of 5, but you know, if you're facing physical opponents, Sturner stuff too over there is definitely nice, right? Maybe you could even go over here just to get that extra 10 to physical defense without having to pick up this, just to get extra special defense +5 as well. I don't know, like we're at like 2 out of 5. We're just, you know, it's just not a lot of options to pick from. You could again get the team pinpoint entry over here as well. Stalwart maybe, unflappable maybe, right? Maybe the slippery if you want. Obviously you have to probably give up one of these, right? This is if you're just fighting physical. If you're fighting special, obviously you want Brain Brawn over there instead, or something mixed. You could pick up both, you're right? You drop maybe team pinpoint entry. I mean, there's not like using accuracy buffs. That's very rare. I won't say rare, but it's uncommon where you actually need your support to give accuracy buffs for your team. Okay, 3 out of 5, 3 out of 5, 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5, you have a lot more like good stuff, right? And again, supports depends on your team, depends on what stage you're fighting, all that stuff. But I'd say generally synchro healing is pretty nice, right? Generally, you probably want one of these plus one of these, right? Depending again on what the stages, right? Status immunity is nice to have if there's a specific stage where you have to, you know, use that. Other than that, like, you could go for this, but it's just it costs so much, right? Like, yeah, like, you don't want to go through protect, satisfied snicker. That's really only just for like stages that are like, you know, special, or if you have a multiplier based on that on your team. But otherwise, I guess like your only like option that isn't wasting too much is like slippery 1, which isn't even like, you know, that great. So I just feel like if you are running Eevee, maybe it's just better just to have like units that already max out their offenses. Right, just because, again, like, if you go down here, it just takes so much energy, right, where you could have used that energy like elsewhere, right? Even if you just go like Sapphire Snicker and you like need that, right, and then you could Braden Brawn here and then Barricade, but like that's it, kind of, right? So yeah, it's not like the end of the world, but you know, it would be nice if your team doesn't really have to pick up that. But in, you know, again, mixed case scenarios, right? You could get like both of these. You would have to like only pick one, I guess. In terms of like what you get, I probably go for just both of these and like maybe drop. I don't know. It's 7. It's not 10, right? Again, depending if you absolutely need status immunity, then can't drop that, then maybe like synchro healing in this case. So or maybe you could just drop, can you afford to like drop one of these, and if you go here instead, no, you're still too short. That's annoying. That is very, very annoying. Okay, never mind then. Yeah. It's just it is what it is, I guess. Yeah, as with like most sports, it's heavily like team stage dependent, right? So there's not too much I could really talk about over here. Overall, I mean, it's a nice solid unit. It is a bit RNG dependent, right? Just in terms of the you know, which one you're gonna get, physical or special move up next. I mean, it's a banger battle villa unit, I guess. But no. I guess that's slightly diminishing its value. But you know, it's a pretty good tank, right? It's definitely really nice there. Especially, you know, having protect, right? All the heals that you get, whether from protect or you know, all the other 7 different ways to heal. So that's definitely nice. I'd say probably for the high score event, it should be really good there. But I mean, it's normal, so like. I don't know when we're ever gonna get a normal high score event. Probably not anytime soon, right? Not that like the fact that it being normal, right, and it's not effective against anything. It's not like that. It's just that there's not that many like normal units because they're just going for the more like populated types at the moment in comparison, right? So because, you know, high score event, like it's rare to get super effective anyways, even in the types that are actually super effective against stuff. Maybe not so much for like maybe dragon or ghost or whatever in the future, but anyways, yeah, so it's definitely gonna be a really nice gauntlet unit, that's for sure, right? With the fact that it could get those interferences and all that stuff. Again, the defensive stuff, the gauges stuff, like this is like a A plus gauntlet unit, right? But overall, I'd say, just considering, you know, some of the other stuff that is up right now, right? I'd say Roxy is really nice, right? The Singsu Roxy, the Valerie's really good as well, right? I'd probably take her over Piers though. And again, you know, next month is December, and usually December is the month where they drop big stuff, right? I'm fully expecting at least a massive error. So yeah, I'd say it's safer just to see what happens next month first, right? So anyways, overall probably like a 6.8 out of 10, right? I mean, I don't think I'd really recommend pulling her over. Again, someone like Roxy or did I just say Valerie? No, Penny and Sylveon, right? But yeah, maybe over Pierce though. So yeah, good unit. Again, especially for Gauntlet, but Maybe not so much for like mass mode. It's fine in mass mode, just you know, it's slower to get going, right? So yeah. Anyways, that's my for this one. I hope y'all enjoyed, guys. Think in the comments below. Like the videos right now. Some more POMS content. Again, might not stream later tonight when it drops. Might be tomorrow morning. We'll see, right? So good luck, guys. Are pulling, and I'll see you guys in the next one then.